not everyone has the opportunity to go to therapy, or not everyone is openly talking about their issues or how they're feeling,
or has someone to talk about it to.
Or exactly. So, I said I really wanted to do this episode where, like, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't suicidal or anything.
No, just not okay.
But I was just like feeling like I was ready to cry. And some people might see this and be like, "Oh, you little bitch."
That's fine.
I don't care.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's how I'm feeling, and I was always like that uppity, positive guy, and just happy about every little stupid thing, and I miss that guy,
Hey. This is different. We've never...
Well,
not that it's just the two of us. That's not that different. Although we've had guests most of the time lately.
Not never. But yeah, it's been a while since we've done just the two of us.
Well, and I was thinking the hour we're doing it.
Oh, yeah. This is...
we don't normally record in the morning.
No, we don't. Usually,
I don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah. I'm usually at work. I guess, let's check in and then we'll jump right in.
Oh, we're just going?
Yeah, let's
All
just
right.
do it, yeah.
I'll follow your lead, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
Because yours is going to lead into the...
That's right, yeah.
All right. I'd say I'm a very busy 6. Maybe a 5.
Okay.
Somewhere between 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm. So lower than normal.
Yeah, just so busy. And like I had this idea in the last week where I was like, I want to take a couple days off. Like I want just like 2 days. I want to go to the cabin.
Yeah.
With like maybe a friend, maybe not. Not my wife, not my daughter, like not my dog.
Just to
go.
Kind of depress a little bit.
Yeah, just like have a little bit of a breather for a couple days. I mean, I would still work and whatever, but like not in the same way.
Yeah.
And then talked to my wife last night about like the schedule, and it's just like, oh, I'm not going. Okay.
Yeah. Full plate.
Yeah, it's looking like that's out. Her and I have to go back to the States next Friday and the Friday after, or I guess
just follow-ups.
Next Friday being, I don't know when this is coming out, but it doesn't matter. So, yeah, so like blood tests and whatnot appointment, and then you go back the week later and they do the treatment thing, whatever. Yeah. It's all normal stuff. Like, it's fine, but it's just like, oh, okay, that's
a couple hours away.
Well, that's 2 days. Like, and so she's like, well, you could go. She's like, I could go by myself and you could go to the cabin. And I'm like, that, I don't know. I don't feel right about that. Like, I get that she's trying to be accommodating or whatever.
But you also want to be there for her when.
Well, I don't know.
And it's wintertime, the roads and everything.
You
don't want her to go by herself.
I don't think anyone should have to do that by themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that weird?
No, not at all. No. Yeah, like that's like I know when I went to Brandon, which is for the ones that don't know where Manitoba or Winnipeg is, it's a 2-hour drive from here. I had to go for an MRI, and my wife right away like, oh yeah, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, like it's just one of those things. Yeah. It's just one of those things you go like you don't
just do it. Yeah,
you don't send them by themselves.
No, yeah,
like okay, have fun. I'll be at the cabin. Like don't call. I'll be drunk. Like so. Yeah. And between that and like my daughter's schedule and my own schedule, like it's just there's no.
Yeah. Well, your business is busy. Yeah. Like you're busy with
super
that.
Super busy. So it's just everything.
Can you talk about that a little bit? Like that. Like why are you so busy? Or
I don't know. Like it's just a lot of work running a company. Like me and my partner. Like it's a ton of work.
Yeah.
To run a business and to grow a business and keep up. Never mind. Expand, which we're doing right away, and like so it's just
so you're keeping up with the demand and
trying to add things and do more and always do more, and that takes an insane amount of effort. So
for sure,
it's just I had this beautiful idea of getting away for a couple of days. I was hoping you'd be able to come, and like my other buddy, like I was hoping a couple of guys would come and we just have a couple nights and whatever. But
like
as soon as I like asked her about the schedule, because I don't know the schedule, you know that about me. I just do what I'm told when I'm told to do it.
Yeah,
like. My work life, I make my own decisions, but like, and other people's decisions, but at home, like, I fucking hate doing it. So I just,
you're just told, I need you here.
Yeah, where I have to be, where am I driving, what am I, and it's fine. Like, I don't hate any of that stuff. It's just like, I really was hoping for a few days, but it's just not in the cards right now.
You know, if you were to be
maybe next year.
if you were to be part of the creating the schedule, maybe you would have more pull. And
oh, really?
Yeah,
I can.
No.
I can choose when my daughter has volleyball practice and tournaments.
I do have to say that I have gotten away with murder a couple times where, like, my wife kind of made comments of, well, it's not in the schedule, because I was like, I'm going out for beers, it's not in the schedule. Well, next time I put it in the schedule.
That's a good idea.
And then
we don't have a shared calendar though, so I can't put it in.
And then
so
I was just like, well, you know what? Hey, you told me like if I own something, and then I looked at there was nothing at the time.
It says
so
I'm going for beers.
Put it in
the
there.
Calendar.
Yeah. So I've gotten away. She's like, fine, but
so
next time
is that how I do that with you? If I want to like if for some reason we can actually go to the cabin for a few days, just. Tommy, find 3 dead spots in your schedule.
Yeah. If it's like planned ahead,
yeah.
Like honestly, like my buddies, there's a couple times where like they're like text me like the day before, like, hey, you guys want to come over for a bonfire or whatever? I'm like, no, dude, like, sorry, like I'm busy. Like I need to schedule these things like months ahead.
Yeah,
and then I can throw it in there.
I hate scheduling things months ahead.
I know
like, it
sucks. Yeah, like I love honestly, I love getting together like with people on a whim, just like not.
Yeah,
it's great. It's probably the best thing. Like, hey, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. Let's get together.
Yeah,
it's great. Like
I think that's my preference.
That is such a. I love that. Like my wife hates it, but she's an introvert.
She's a planner.
Yeah. I'm an extrovert. Let's do it. And there's a couple times where like we had nothing on the go, and I would go out with friends or whatever. Like or I go to hockey. And I wasn't planning on staying for wings after, but I'm like text her like, hey, like. A bunch of us are going to the Belgian club, and she's like, okay, fine, go. Like, that's
you and I have had some impromptu hangouts.
yeah, once in a while.
That turned into gong shows.
Yeah, sometimes.
A few of them.
Yeah. Those. Yeah, I like those, but like, I also get the scheduling. Like, it's.
No, I get it, and like, it's
especially
not,
with kids.
Yeah, and it's not like my wife she likes when I go out and hang out with people and I'm social, because she knows that's a big thing for me. Like I like to be social, and so she likes when I do that. She tries to accommodate it. She does a very good job of accommodating it. She does. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure she does. And so I don't know. It's just I want
like my dad used to say.
I just want to go to the cabin.
My dad always used to say, you can put your hand together like this and thank your wife that you have a wife like wife you have.
She's very good to me. Yes.
She is, yeah, and so is mine. Like I have to say, so I guess.
Well, they put up with us.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
So I've been. So here's the thing.
What do you? That's my check-in.
Yeah, so I've been. Not necessarily lying on my check-ins, because I always go, like, try to see where we checked in last and how I feel at the moment. But again, I mentioned on the show that I go up and down very easily, right? Yeah. So, a few good things happen to me, I'm feeling great. And then I can crash very hard. And so, 3 weekends ago, I guess, when this comes out, I pretty much had a mental breakdown, and I don't want to put a number on this right now. How I feel today, because like currently I'm on a uphill, and whether it's because of the pills I'm taking, whether it's what I'm doing right now, I'm feeling better than I felt when I had the breakdown, but. I'm doing lots of things now to make sure that I get these wins, and we talked about it on the show, like celebrate every win, no matter how big or small it is. And I guess
which is tough to do. Like,
and I haven't done that.
Yeah.
I haven't, like last episode with Graham, right? We talked about like our New Year's things. Like, I haven't really done what I wanted to do, but then I've done other things that were great, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'm feeling better today, and I can't put a number on it right now.
Now you've had kind of a combo of like mental struggle and physical. You've had your physical pain has been pretty intense for the last little while again.
Yeah.
And so that, I'm sure, is directly related to your mental state.
Yeah, it is. So
have you had time to figure out what the combination of things is that's making things so shitty right now?
I think partially, yeah. All right, so as hold on. Good morning, everybody.
Okay.
I might leave this in there.
Sure.
No, so I had a little breakdown, and what led to that was main thing was like my bag's been fucking killing me for the last, I'd say 3-4 weeks.
Okay.
And haven't been sleeping well. Slept on one couch, slept on another couch, tried the bed again, and like I would wake up with like super stiff back, just like I would need like a half an hour just to stretch it out. And the weekend of, I'm gonna call it my breakdown. I don't know if it was a breakdown or not, but the Friday was already hurting quite a bit more. And then so I played hockey, and it was fine. Like I was like, oh, whatever, just like shake it off. Saturday, woke up again with a stiff back, so I did like a full hour of stretching, just to make sure that I can go play my sponge hockey. And played my games. It was okay again. Like came home, and then literally had half an hour. Okay, then go to flag football with my son. Then that finished, then drive home, pick up the wife, go to the Jets game. She had like their work Christmas party right now at the Jets game.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, great, we're going to go to, it's awesome. All I have to do is sit. Well, those seats are so fucking tiny, and like my legs are kind of just like touching the seats, so I noticed a few times I'm like, holy shit, I have to like get up and go and walk around. It's like standing and sitting was very painful. So I had to actually move around. I'm like, okay, so between the periods, we went for a little walk, in the corridor, and came home, and I was just like in pain. Like I couldn't sit down, couldn't lie down.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I couldn't do, and I lied down, I tried every position, left, right, back, stomach, nothing. Like no matter what position I was in, it felt like a knife was in my back and somebody was twisting it.
Oh.
So all night, like I'm just moving around from the basement to upstairs. Like I didn't even bother going to the bedroom because I'm like, I don't want to interrupt my wife's sleep. Sitting at the kitchen table for a couple hours, and like just had the TV on, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? So I took some muscle relaxants, Advils. Nothing was helping.
It doesn't even help.
No. Like it just like pain went down, but didn't go away.
Fuck.
And I didn't sleep. I just like, it was like zero sleep, and then kids and wife gets up in the morning, and my wife can see. Like I was pretty much crying. Like I was in so much pain, and I was almost like more frustrated than tired.
Sure. Well, I think it compounds on itself. Like you can't sleep because you hurt so much, and then it hurts more, and then your head gets like...
Yeah, it was just absolutely fucking insane, right? And
that's awful, dude.
And I was just like, you know what, like, I don't know what else to do, and I don't even know what we had planned that day, but I was just like, I can't fucking do anything. Like, I can't even think about going for a walk, because now it was hurting when I was walking too. And so finally...
Does a hot tub help?
I went into the hot tub. It didn't. It just, even sitting in the hot tub, I had the jets going to my lower back, and
nothing.
It again, pain went down a little bit, but and the heat was good. And then so I tried heat, ice. I put those icy hot patches on. We have like this cream, like I've just tried everything, and it was just not going away. So finally, I was like, okay, I took like more, and I guess my body was exhausted, so I took again muscle relaxants and Advils, and then went upstairs and finally passed out for like 3 hours.
Well, that's good. Something.
Yeah, it was great until I woke up.
Oh.
And then I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like so lost. My eyes were just puffed up. Like,
oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
That's, and I'll throw a picture here of my beautiful face. It's going to be, sorry, warning, very graphic.
His wife beat the shit out of him.
I mean, yeah, that was when I sent it to a few people. They're like, "Oh, your wife finally had enough."
How many of us responded with that?
A lot, yeah. Either that or that my son.
Means you have good friends.
Yeah, it was either my wife or my son beat the shit out of me. Yeah, so I had an allergic reaction to something. I don't know what it was. So
some of the cocktail of pills you're taking.
Yeah. So literally, like my left bottom eye was all like the top of my cheek, I guess, was like puffed up, and my right eye, the top, I could barely open my eye.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And my wife and daughter were like, "Holy crap!" My son laughed at me, of course, but you could tell he was like, "Oh." He did one of those.
Yeah. That's fine.
So he's
That's fair.
It's fair. Yeah,
you looked ridiculous. He didn't know what you'd been through in the last 24 hours.
No, he didn't. Yeah. So I was like, you asshole. But
he's your son.
He is. Yeah, and I love him for that. But yeah, so I'm just like I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, thanks. This is another pile of shit on top of my pile.
Just pile it on.
So just bring it on. Like, what else is next? And yeah. So
you've had this back thing for a while.
Yeah.
Like quite a while. Do you know what it is? Like, have they told you?
Yes. Yeah. So last year or a year and a half ago, I went
to we are not a medical advice show.
No.
This is sheer curiosity.
I actually have a copy. I went for an MRI.
Okay.
And basically, what happens? It's like the way the disc is on my vertebrae. It's pushing out, and sometimes it pushes out more to the left, more to the right. Sometimes on both at the same time. And pushing on the sciatic nerves. So that's what causing like the general pain. But that was my understanding from a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I started seeing a physiotherapist right now, and he actually explained it to me really well, and he showed me on his iPad what he believes the main issue is, based on my mobility test that we did and the strength test. And so there are these two muscles that are basically above the spine that are connected to the hamstring, and my hamstring is so fucking tight that it keeps pulling these muscles down. On top of the disc pushing on my sciatic nerve, so it's all just kind of connecting. So,
yeah. So what's how do you fix it?
I need to strengthen my core.
Is that what it is?
Loosen the hamstrings and strengthen my core.
Okay. Yeah. And that'll fix it?
Hopefully.
Okay.
I mean, we won't know until...
You got to do those things.
Yeah.
Find out.
So now it's been a week, and...
You going to have a six-pack? You going to be six-pack Tommy?
No, I'm gonna stick to my keg. No. Honestly, it's I am overweight. I have a belly. I have a beer belly, and I don't know if it's a beer belly. It's a fat belly, and I need to get rid of some weight, some fat. I need to make sure. And again, like I think with me exercising, I've done that before. I've done just cardio. And I did lose quite a few pounds. So if I get my body back, my body strength back, then I can start going back to the gym, exercising, and just kind of that is my main goal. Like by the summer, I want to feel okay. Like I don't care about losing X amount of pounds. Like I don't care if I'm going to be 260 pounds.
You just want your fucking life back.
As long as I have my mobility back, no pain. And just like I know my upper body needs lots of strength. Like I've noticed that in hockey, just even warm ups. Like it's been I've been struggling with it. So so it's a tough road ahead, but I am busy with life, work, business. It's a lot, so I'm basically now I'm off work.
Okay.
Yeah, and
just taking a
little break, and my doctor is, he's very good, but he strongly believes in careful with taking time off because you can fall into a deeper depression when you're just at home by yourself.
I can see that.
And I was like, 100%. So, I have a follow-up with him in a couple weeks now. And just to make sure that, how things are going.
Yeah.
And I got some serotonin boosters for now. I'm only taking, a half a pill. Like he said, he's not my doctor's not a promoter of, here's some pills and go fuck yourself,
Yeah.
So he's like, look, these are, I don't know, 5-10 milligram, whatever it is, a low dosage, but he's like, take half. See how you feel, know? Just keep taking half, and then if you need more, then you can take a full, but, see how things are.
Yeah.
So, it's been a week since I've been taking these pills, and...
any difference yet, or it usually takes...
It takes a week or two.
Yeah.
Now... One thing is that I told myself if I'm going to take time off, I'm not going to just sit at home and do fuck all, I don't want to just watch TV all day and do nothing.
You'll be no better off at the end of it. Or worse.
So what's been nice, so I have to give huge props to my wife. She's been an absolute rock of a support for me, and she's been pulling my weight for last months.
Yeah.
And I'm focusing on family now.
Good.
I fucking love cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been a struggle just to cook a meal. So last week, I was so happy that I was able to be home, cook a meal. They would come home and I would serve them food, and I see the smile on there when they walk, and it smells good. Just that one comment.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, great. I've done something good, Then we finished the meal, and they loved it, and they're just like, oh, thank you for cooking, just these little, it's been already a great boost for my well-being. I'm moving towards the good thing.
That's good.
And I know I need to do more of these things. It's just, I guess when I was down, just wasn't appreciating any of the opportunities that I could make my family feel better.
Well, and it's so hard, and you need an opportunity to be selfish because you got to take care of yourself. Yeah. And I think for me, if I'm commenting, I always kind of want to go no, I need to figure this out. I need to do this. And it's maybe spending time with my family or doing something to serve them or whatever is actually helpful. And I should just do that. Yeah. And that might make me feel better. Also, it might take my mind off of the cycle it gets stuck in where I feel like shit. I'm upset.
Yeah.
And then I just make it worse and worse and worse. I love your, cook dinner.
Yeah.
Because when you're cooking dinner, you're thinking about cooking dinner.
Oh, and again, you and I, we love cooking.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And for any chef out there, what's the biggest compliment? Saying that it was amazing. I
like that more than I like eating it.
That's
by
right.
the time I'm done cooking.
Absolutely.
Way more. So that's good. What else are you going to do? Do you have you made kind of a plan for yourself?
Yes. So what I'm doing is making a list.
Okay.
A list of, like tomorrow I want to do these things. So I'm putting down, and as stupid as it sounds, brush your teeth, take your pills, have a coffee.
Yeah.
Do your exercises, just things that I know I want to be doing tomorrow, and then check things off.
Yeah.
Like visually,
I love checking off a list.
Yeah,
Man, I fucking love doing that. Or scratching something out.
Yeah. Oh. So I want to start making a daily list. Like in the evening, I'll sit down and this is what I'm doing tomorrow, and then actually do it.
Yeah.
Now I might not get everything done. I'll make, maybe, I don't know. I was thinking of maybe making like giving myself a point system. So like brushing your teeth is a 1 point, because it's like it should be automatic, but when you're in a fucked up state, like even that sometimes seems like a struggle.
Yeah.
And so, but then let's say, cleaning the bathroom might be a 3, and then cooking and dinner might be a 4 or whatever, give myself a little point system just so I see the value of that accomplishment, that it's been, this was a little guy, but like, I got an extra point.
Something.
And then this was a big thing. Like, let's say we get a big dump of snow, like that'll be a 5, because with my back kind of still being sore, but I'll still get it done. So I want to develop this list, this point system. Idea. So, just so I don't have to think about what the value of that accomplishment is. I'll see it, right, and I can adjust it.
And if that works for you, like to get you,
like I don't know if it will
to work you into a better place, or you may as well try. Yeah, like why not?
Yeah, and then I want to get back to work, and then just be like, this, I'll do like an hourly, like a day schedule. So it'll be like 4 to 1 I'm at work, and then after that I'm doing this. And even at work, like I want to make sure if once I go back to work, during my lunch break, instead of sitting on my ass, go for a walk or do my stretches,
do something.
Do something different. So I'll have to force myself, but
sure. Well, and once you go back to work, that's a big step. Like that's a big, it's so many hours of our day.
It is, yeah.
And so like, you're taking some time off, which I think is great. And at some point you'll have to start figuring out how to ease yourself back into a working environment. Cause it's like, never mind the work itself, the job, whatever, but it's like, that's 8 or 9 hours. Like it's 9 hours of your day.
Yeah. I gotta say, like our work has a really good return to work program. Like we have a sheet that that the doctor can fill out and be like, okay, and this is just an example, but like, okay, this employee now can go back for 2 weeks, only half days, and then the next 2 weeks, 6 days, 6 hours a day, and then go back full time or whatever.
They're willing to work with that,
and they do,
That's good.
They're really good. I have to say that's been, I know from lots of other people that are actually benefiting from that gradual return to work. Yeah, because
can I get that too?
Yeah. But yeah, it's because like sometimes it can be a shock, especially if you're off work for a long period of time. Right now, it's like, holy shit, like this is very overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't think it would be overwhelming for me, but I'll like I said, I'll have a follow up with the doctor, and then we'll see if there's a plan or whatever we're gonna do.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a week or two.
Oh shit, jeez. Let's take a quick break and then keep going.
People appreciate the fact that you're genuine and authentic. Just be yourself. Like I complimented Justin Lamuda from Rainy Day Forge. He put his YouTube video out, and I've seen every other video he's done, but this one was different. And I reached out to him, and then when he answered, he said that he was just being himself.
Guys, listen up. You know what makes life better? Great knives. But not just any knives, custom knives. Need a knife that'll handle your outdoor adventures? Or a kitchen knife sharp enough to make you feel like a pro? Check out Rainy Day Forge. Crafted right here in Winnipeg. Get yours today at rainydayforge.ca.
It's captivating. Why? Because he's being himself. There we go.
From their humble roots in kitchens and music venues all over Winnipeg, the creators of Intergalactic Sauces have turned their passion project into a line of must-have condiments for flavor and heat lovers everywhere. Getting their start selling tacos to hungry concert-goers at local underground music festivals, the Intergalactic crew has stayed true to its DIY rock and roll aesthetic. Every delicious bottle is a carefully designed collaboration with indie designers, printers, and a bit of inspiration from the cosmos. Whether it's a limited run or one of Intergalactic's core flavors, whether you want to add a bit of zip to a meal or blow your head off with heat, there's a sauce for everyone. Go to intergalacticsauces.com and get your sauce today.
I like your list idea. I think that's good. And just making sure you accomplish something with this time that you have.
Yeah, and Glenn, our guest Glenn Damon talked about it, that sometimes you just need to write down your thoughts. So I want to do that as well. Just a little bit of like what I'm going through right now, and like
Graham had talked about that too.
Graham talked about it too, and I've always thought it's a great idea, but like just didn't do it. You know, and I think I need to. We have so many good guests on, and the whole point of this show is for us to be vulnerable and maybe learn from one another, right? Because not everyone has the opportunity to go to therapy, or not everyone is openly talking about their issues or how they're feeling,
or has someone to talk about it too.
Or exactly. So, I said I really wanted to do this episode where like I'm not okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't suicidal or anything.
No, just not okay.
But I was just like feeling like I was ready to cry, and some people might see this and be like, "Oh, you little bitch."
That's fine.
I don't care.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I really don't give a shit. Yeah. Like, it's how I'm feeling, and I was always like that uppity, positive guy, and just happy about every little stupid thing, and I miss that guy,
You have always been a very like positive outlook.
Yeah, and I want to help.
You and I are very different that way.
I really want to help people too, like, and I think this is where you and I are very much the same. That you will drop everything if you know somebody is struggling.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and you've told me a story about a friend of yours, and just I'm more than happy to help people, but I just reached that point right now where like I need help.
Yeah.
So I haven't really talked to other people about this much, like my friends, and one of them reached out today like, hey, like, you haven't sent me a stupid video in a week and a bit. That's unusual. What's going on? And so we had a little video chat this morning, and it was just nice. Like you kind of. I hate saying this, but like you know who really cares about you and who doesn't.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, it's true, and not everyone has a way. Like we have a way of doing that, and we're very comfortable in that environment, sort of. I think that's a good point to make, though, or a point I want to make is like we don't. As men, we don't always talk about it. We don't always make it known. We don't we bury it down, and fine. But like, think of your friends and think of like, always keep an eye out, and not that you have to watch for it, but like, be aware of the times your friends aren't being themselves. Yeah, like you said, hey, you haven't sent me a stupid video in a week. Are you okay? And like, those are little signs of exactly this. Like, no, I'm not okay. And maybe I won't come out and reach out about it, but like, pay attention to your friends. Yeah. Yeah. Anything abnormal in behavior, like pay attention to that, because that maybe it's really bad, or maybe it's just they're having a tough week or whatever. But like, I try and pay attention to that. Yeah. And like, I have friends that do the same. Like, hey, you haven't been doing this in a while, or I noticed this is a little different, or you talked about this, or and like, I might not even be aware to the extent that it's gotten with myself. Like I just get stuck in a rut and I just feel shitty, but I don't I'm not doing anything to notice it, and I'm not doing anything because of that. I'm not doing anything to fix it.
Yeah, no, and again, I didn't mean to come off as an asshole of saying that like you find who your true friends are.
No, that's not what it is. But like, I think everyone can be a better friend by just paying a little more attention.
Yeah, and including us too, right? Like I know, like a lot of my friends probably are going through, and maybe I should reach out more to others, and I always try to send a private message if we're in a group chat, and I notice something different, and I try to reach out to that person privately and just be like, hey, like everything's good, and I'm not expecting now people that are gonna listen to this start messaging me like, hey man, how you doing? Like
no,
sorry,
that's not...
that's not the point of this conversation. It's just it was nice to actually I got a message from one of my coworkers, and me and him were never like best friends or anything, but we've had some really good conversations. He went through some things, and I guess he knew that I'm doing this show, so I don't know if he felt maybe more open to tell me about these things.
I can see
but
that.
like I always say, like to anybody, like, hey man, like you want to fucking talk, you need somebody to listen, let me know. Like we're not the best friends, but like I can be here to help you.
Yeah.
And then so he heard, because I told a couple people at work like what I'm going through, and I was like, hey, like just keep it on the down low, but you know who our group of friends is, so feel free to tell them just so they know. And it reached out like just like, hey dude, like what's going on? And then he reached out again, follow up, like, hey, how's the weekend? And there's some nice things that he said. He's like, I know you are struggling at work, just remember it's it's not a bad job. Like and that was kind of nice. Like I whether I'm happy at work or not, it's fine. Like whatever, it pays my bills, and
there's reasons to be happy about it.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just nice to hear it from somebody else, kind of give me almost like a voice of reason.
Yeah.
So,
that's good.
So it was nice, and again, it's not somebody that we're like talk every day, or
sometimes it comes from people that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So I know
or doesn't seem. No, it doesn't make sense, but doesn't seem like it would be that person.
Yeah. So anybody that listens to this and we're like friends and close friends, I'm okay. I'm fine, and just working on myself. Yeah.
Good for you.
Just taking it day by day, Today is a good day. I have some plans for the rest of the day. Some with my son, and I mean, actually, most of it is with my son, because my wife wanted to go for a walk with her friend. She does that a couple times a week or so, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, you go. I'll take Jacob to Taekwondo and drumming and fix his glasses. My daughter has a club meeting. I'll go pick her up. That's fine. Like, today I'm a dad.
All right.
Yeah, and that's
it'll give you purpose.
And it's nice. Like yesterday, I had a doctor's appointment again. I wanted to talk about that too. So I had a follow up. I had to go get some blood work, some X-rays done too, because I also my cholesterol was super high. Like I was basically very close, on the verge of getting a heart attack, basically.
Good God.
Yeah, and so that's why.
Recently, or is this from before?
This is from before,
oh, okay.
And so that's why, like, we got on a plan. I'm taking cholesterol pills, and so I got some good news that I'm away now from that danger zone.
Sweet, good.
So that's good, but I have to keep taking the pills, which is, it sucks, but
for now.
It is what it is, yeah. And hopefully and again, the doctor said, like, keep exercising, because he did tell me, he's like, you have to be also careful, because if you go too low, that's also not good. So, but I have to exercise, eat better, just make smart choices.
Yeah.
And
just eat meat.
And but then I also got some bad news.
What's that?
That my sugar level is not good.
What does that mean?
Means I am pre-diabetic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Better get your shit together.
So he's gonna start me on some pre-diabetic meds. They're not necessarily like crazy pills again, but this is something that is like, hey, Lou, let's try this. And with exercising, with eating better, make sure that you do your part, and then you're not gonna become a diabetic, right?
Yeah,
so,
no shit.
So that's
Okay.
So that's a big flag for me too, because I know I have a buddy who's got type 2 diabetes.
That's the common one.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Common one, I don't know.
but yeah, he's like, it's he's got to watch what he puts in his body, and very carefully, and it can end badly for him, right? So I don't want to get to that point, and so that's one thing. They did find some bacteria in my urine, because we checked for
What does that mean?
So for the back pain, my doctor right away said, because it was only on one side that was like really sharp pain, well, it could be kidney stones, right?
Ooh.
So it wasn't kidney stones. There's no. I did a couple of urine tests and an X-ray, and so there was no kidney stones, but they did find some bacteria. So he's gonna I get some pills for that too now, just to clear things up.
Man, you're a pharmacy right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like you saw my table, and I gotta pick up two more sets of pills today. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I literally before you showed up today, I ordered myself one of those Monday to Friday, Sunday things, because I'm like, you know what, I need to like I have to take these pills, and I cannot forget it. So it's just it's everything's piling up, man, and like it's like,
well, get your
this is a time to make the fucking change now.
well, it's health stuff.
Yeah.
And so the nice thing with and maybe you disagree with me, maybe you don't, but like the nice thing about the health stuff you're struggling with is you can change it all.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can eat better, you can lose weight, you can build muscle. Like all those things are totally in your control.
Yeah.
And so you can do it.
Yeah, it's not like cancer or something that I have.
It's not something that's too far gone or that's too hard to deal with or needs major medical intervention. Like, you can fix all. I think you can fix all these things.
I can. I know I can.
Yeah.
It's all
Which is
about.
good.
It's all about willing to do the work and have a strong mindset.
That's the tough part,
and that's really hard to just turn on, right?
Of course, it is.
It takes
developing new habits.
it's
like
yeah,
for sure.
So
think of it this way: if you can quit drinking for 3 months, you can easily do all this other stuff.
Absolutely.
Like it's the same discipline it took you to do that.
Yeah.
Is the same discipline it's going to take you to do
the only
other
reason
thing.
I quit drinking because I knew I'm going to get your $100.
Okay, well, if you eat healthy for 3 months and noticeably get better, I'll give you $100. What? You want more than 100? Is that what this means?
No.
How about I don't want my friend to fucking die?
Okay, sounds good. Perfect. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. So that is why I wanted the time off, because you know what? I have insurance. I have benefits, and I'm clearly struggling with this. And, whether my company is hurting or not, that I'm not there, we have these benefits, and I'm going to use them.
Yeah.
I want to use them to get myself better, because I want to be there for my family. I want to be there for my own company. I want to be there for my company that I work for, and I want to be there for my coworkers and my friends. To make sure that I'm as good as I can be, and but main thing is myself and family. That's my number one thing. So
as it should be.
Yeah. So just
well, you can do
the
it,
work.
man.
Do
I
the
know
work.
you can.
Yeah.
Just do the fucking work.
Yeah. So that's what's going on.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah. No, and that's I think I lied to myself for the longest time, and I lied to my family and our listeners. Lied or not saying the full truth, it's I wasn't doing good, and finally hit me, and now just got to do the work.
Good for you.
So so just tune in next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.
See ya.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Quiet Riot Show. We want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for making this show possible. And of course, thank you, our amazing listeners, for your support. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We're at Quiet Riot Show on all platforms. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch full episodes of the podcast. If you're enjoying the show, please rate and review us wherever you're listening. It really helps us grow and reach more listeners like you. We'd also love to hear from you. Have questions, suggestions, or thoughts about the show? Drop us an email at quietriotshow@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time on The Quiet Riot Show.